So Gavin, you were telling me earlier that you lost your partner 9 months ago. You went in, your partner was told, you just went in for a checkup, was told he had terminal illness.
Yeah, he had terminal cancer.
Then the doctor only, then it was said that he had 6 months to live.
Yes.
But unfortunately he only lived another 2.
He only lived another 2, yeah.
So how did you manage this loss?
It was really hard. It came out of nowhere. I was expecting to spend the rest of my life with Jeff and to not have him anymore. It was really difficult. It sent me into a period of pretty intense depression, part of which was chronic insomnia. I found it really difficult to sleep. I was sleeping maybe 30 minutes to an hour, 2 hours max a night, which was really, really hard, and that went on for many months.
Okay, so it sounds like the grieving process was very difficult to bear. Was there anything that happened that kind of made the grieving a bit easier? Was there anything that helped it?
Yeah. About 4 months, I think 4 months after Jeff had died, something happened which was really peculiar. I was trying to go to sleep. I struggled with sleep, as I say. And I was getting really frustrated, and I was tossing and turning, and I was about to, get up out of bed, and I opened my eyes, and I noticed that I seemed to be like really close to the ceiling. I didn't know what was going on, so I went to turn over and get out of bed. But I spun around 180 degrees, and I was, it sounds ridiculous, but I was in the air just below the ceiling, and I was looking down at myself sleeping on the bed.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really bizarre.
Well, it sounds like you had out-of-body experience.
Yeah, I mean, I've never experienced anything like that before. I don't really know anything about out-of-body experiences, but I don't know how else I would describe what happened.
Well, we've heard this experience happen with a lot of people that we've interviewed. It is a common thing, believe it or not. How did this experience help you with the grieving process of losing your partner?
Well, I've never been a religious person at all. I've never had any spiritual beliefs. I've been really, my upbringing and right through my adult life has been really facts-based. If you can see it and touch it and smell it, then you believe it, and otherwise you don't. And this experience, I suppose, I wouldn't say that it's made me a spiritual person necessarily, but it has certainly broadened my perspective, and I feel now like maybe there is something more than just our physical experience of the world. And then in terms of coping with the loss of Jeff, it's like, well, maybe he hasn't just stopped existing, he hasn't just disappeared there, some part of him could be somewhere still, and that's, I wouldn't say that it's made this process easy, obviously, but it's certainly, it's made it, easier to bear, to make through, I suppose.
Oh, that's really great. That's really great to hear. So, this is obviously affecting you, and just talking about it now.
Yeah, it is.
With this experience, you say you weren't religious beforehand. What do you see now the future holding for you?
In terms of my spirituality, do you mean?
In terms of the future, as in, spirituality, or the path that your life would take after this.
I don't feel like I'm, suddenly going to become a spiritual person necessarily, and it's sort of difficult for me to imagine a future per se. But what has happened, I think, is that it's made moving through the days easier. And I've noticed recently, in tiny, infinitesimal ways, I've started to connect with the world again. I don't feel quite so isolated anymore. And I feel like that is something that's going to continue to grow, and so it's like I'm on the start of this. It's going to be a difficult and very long process, but I'm on the right track, which feels good.
That's great. That's really great. Well, that's all we got time for, Kevin. Unfortunately, thank you so much for sharing that story. Will touch a lot of viewers, I'm telling you that. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
That's all we got time for here. Thank you very, very much. Scott, we'll leave it back to you in the studio.